How do autobiographical elements reflect in your characters and films? And because you've talked about movies shifting from storytelling to story selling, how do you find a sustained motivation to make them and ignoring all the white noise?
There is a huge gap between two words. The words are personal, and then there's a gap, and the other word is private. So in filmmaking, the difference between something that is private and something that is personal is amazing. And I've always insisted that movies should be personal and come from experience, and that it's important that you put something personal into every scene and into a film and into the feeling for it and into why you choose that subject and into everything you want to tell. If it's not personal, I feel it cannot reach any other person because it's just storytelling. And of course, that can have its merits, but for people to be touched that and take something personal, I think it has to be invested as personal. And we live in a time when the distinction between private and personal becomes more and more blurred because social media pass that border between personal and private all the time. And there's a whole kind of press that is only interested in the private, and the more private it is, the more readers they get. So we live in an age where that line is getting more and more blurred. But I still insist that personal is something that you can invest of your own existence into a film, and that is in the texture of the film and is something that other people can receive and see and do something with and connect to. And it's very hard to connect to a film where there's nothing personal invested because it's a product. So it's a huge distinction in my life, and maybe I'm a little bit old-fashioned, but all the great filmmakers that I admire invested their lives in a personal way and never in a private way. There's nothing of Satyajit Ray that is private that you see in his movies, but there's a lot that is personal. And that I think I really cherish in filmmaking if people can stick to that line.